Hello, my friend. Welcome back to Mulenge series. And today we are starting our clip 23A because we have two clips. The subject of this second strategy that Banyarwanda are using in South Kivu is a little bit broader. And so today we are talking about the sabotage of the national census of the population. We remember we spoke about how the Banyarwanda are using the language, the tribal or the local language, to sabotage the cultural fabric of the Congolese society. And so they use that to manipulate the international community, to bribe their mind and their understanding of who they are. And so today we are starting the second strategy that they use to manipulate that. Their goal is to destroy the culture fabric of other tribes, because we know that Congolese has so many tribes that constituted what we know today as the DRC. But those kingdoms have never been fused or divided, because they remain as they were before the Congo Free State in 1984 to 1908, 1884 to 1908. And from there to Congo, Belgium, to Belgium, Congo, to Congo that we know today. And since those three republics that we had from 1960 to today have never changed the definition of an ethnic citizenship in Congo, because an ethnic citizenship is based on belonging to a tribe in Congo. And so because the Banyarwanda tribe does not exist as an original tribe in Congo, those Banyarwanda that moved or migrated to Congo, it does not matter how long they have been migrated there, they are claiming that ancestral or that customary right in that republic, in that country, the Congo that we know today as the DRC, former Zaire. And so they use the language. So they speak the language of local people to identify themselves with them. But we explained last time that you can speak the language of that local population, but you are not that population. And so we gave the example of the Yoruba, the Togolese, the Chiluba, the Lingala, just to give you an idea that even when you speak that language, but I can speak a Lingala or a Kikongo, but I'm not a Mkongo. I'm a Congolese, but I'm not a Mkongo. I can speak I can be an American, a Chinese American. I'm an American, but originally I'm a Chinese, so I still have that Chinese culture in me, in my blood. So we try to explain that, but them, when they come outside the country to explain their issues, they bring up that subject of the language, because I speak Lingala, because I speak Kiswahili, because I speak Kifuliru or Kirega or Kirundi or even Kibembe, then I become a Mbembe. But the culture in that country does not function that way. And so today we're going to touch another subject, the subject of the census. We know that in 1971 and 1972, Mobutu wanted to grant the Banyarwanda, especially of the Tutsi social class, the amnesty, the national group, national citizenship. But those two laws were repealed in 1981. And 3 years later, in 1984, they created a project, a Ministry of Statistics, to count, to do a national census. Because before that, they used to count the population through local counties or grouping or localité, zone, localité, and small villages. Because those quartier villages and grouping or groupement, they were part of the kingdom. Because at that time, before 80, the population were living in kingdoms. Though those kingdoms were living under the supervision of the zone or the county, but they were recognized, as they are still recognized today, in the constitution of each republic. So the kingdom were counting the population that reside in its soil. including the foreign nationals. So the Banyarwanda were counted as foreign nationals as they resided in those countries, in those kingdoms. But the problem was that when they were sending those data to the national level, to Kinshasa, they were only sending the number, the collective number. Okay, in this kingdom or in this zone, we have 30,000 people, but they were not giving the detail who were the national, who were the immigrant, or who were the foreign national. And so for that reason, the national at national level, they did not know how many immigrant or foreign national we had in the country. We can even verify that with the counting that was conducted in 1970, in 1974, and it was collected. We have a study that was made by Léon de Saint-Moulin in 1970. Léon de Saint-Moulin wrote about that counting that was done in 1970 and 74. It was only done at national level. So to conduct a national census is not only common to Congo, or it wasn't only common to Congo. In the United States, in Canada, for example, United States, they do the national census every 10 years. That collection of those data is to help how to implement policies, to know how many population we have by gender, by race, or by economic growth, or by other means, to help study the population, to help control the growth of the population. It is done everywhere, in every society, in every country. And so now in 91, after the legislators repealed the 1971 and 1972 laws, Mobutu created another ministry, another department to count the national population number, to know how many we are, how many immigrants we have in the country, how many foreign nationals we have in the country, how many refugees we have in the country. And so Mobutu sent those registration card in each province or region at that time. But usually that Zaire 1994, what they call the Zaire 1994 enumeration form, which I will show you in part B, become a nightmare for the Banyarwanda, because previously they were counted in local administration, but that number, their identity was not sent to the national level. But now Mobutu wants now to count everybody who is living on or residing on the Congolese soil. And on those cards, they had to identify each individual by his or her origin. But the Banyarwanda decided to sabotage that census. They said it cannot happen, we cannot do it in South Kivu or in Kivu at that time in the 90s or 80s. The